Hey guys, welcome back on this hot and humid day. It feels like it's 100 degrees, but we do have a breeze and we're expecting storms later. So I'm just out here and just enjoying the weather. So it breeze. So hey you guys, I'm doing great like always. And I hope you are doing great as well and staying cool, especially if you got this type of weather like it's 100 degree plus. You don't see nobody out or nothing like that. So, I was sitting here on my patio and I was thinking and just thinking, sometimes you guys, when life brings adversity, and that can happen at any time in our lives, you know who have your back and who don't. And if you're in a situation where you have to stay with somebody, even though it's temporary, is one thing you can count on for sure. They're going to talk about you. You can be going through whatever you're going through. They not going to reach out no olive branch to you. They not going to look out for you. None of that. But one thing for sure they going to do, they going to make sure that guy that they dating got a place to stay, got food to eat, and a bed to lay on. Let me say it again. A place to stay, some food to eat, and a bed to lay on. And make it 10 times worse, he not even working. But if it come to somebody else, it can be family, friend, they gonna leave you out there to hang dry. And I was sitting up here just thinking, and I was like, dang. And it all generated from an article that I had, oh, bugs. It generated from an article that I had read earlier. I hope you guys can hear me. It was generated from an article that I read earlier today. It was a young lady. She was staying in her apartment, and something happened. I guess they didn't end up. Something happened where they didn't have any air, and she didn't have a place to go and stuff like that. The news, the media was out there trying to get answers for the folks, and the young lady said she didn't have any place to go. She had 3 children, I believe, and they asked her, "You have any family and friends?" That lady said right on that camera. She said, "No, I don't have anybody." And she looked and she said, "Well, you blessed." And she said, "Because you have a home to go to, you might have resources." She said, "I can't stay with family and friends because the only thing they're gonna do, they're gonna talk about me and my kids. If they know you need anything and they got it, they're gonna turn their back on me." She said, "No, I don't have the support." And she said, "That's why I'm standing here," she said, "speaking my story, because I don't have support." Then she was like, "Oh," going back and forth. And I was watching that and I said, that young lady is so right. You know, the air conditioning system broke down. That could have been a temporary fix until they fixed it. But the fact she and her children did not have a place to go. Because like she said, you go with family and friends, they're gonna talk about her and her children. Or they got some type of resources, they're not gonna offer it up. But make no mistake about it, like I said, the more deadbeat that they got, they're gonna make sure they straight. They're gonna have everything they want, but they turn their back on family and friends. But that's the sad thing about reality and life, about how people are. That's why when you low, people will kick you when you down. You got to make sure, if you can, have resources put up. If you have to, if you willing, you might have to go out there and work extra jobs to put resources up, because you can't count on family and friends. Them the ones that really do you in. It's those folks. And you felt sort of bad for them because it was so hot everywhere, all over the United States, just hot. And somebody had to been going through that and they didn't have any support. And like in my area, what they did, they opened up libraries, and like cooling centers for people can come in and stay cool, get some water and stuff like that. A lot of them people did the same thing. They have family and friends, but they would not let them in their house. Oh, you can't come here because hey, my man up in here, even though he don't work and I'm taking care of him, he the king up in here, and it's sad. It's sad. So I hope none of you guys are going through that, but I know you probably know somebody that went through that, and you guys probably can relate and know exactly what I'm talking about. But see, just bless the young lady heart, because I was about to say something. But bless the young lady heart, and I hope that their air can come on soon, because it is a scorcher out here, you guys. It is hot. You don't see nobody. I don't even see a squirrel. I don't. I don't even see a squirrel. You see a squirrel running, chasing each other in the tree. You don't see none of that. Bird, no nothing. He's trying to keep cool. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and just talk about that briefly, and wanted to know what's your guys' opinion of that. You know, but it's like that everywhere. So it's like when you born in this world, just the old saying, you born by yourself, you're going to leave here by yourself, and you can't count on nobody but yourself. So on that note, and don't get me wrong, all families not like that, because I was just watching, what's his name, Ricky Smiley, and he was just saying how he went up to this lady house, I think her name is Janie, and he was eating some barbecue ribs or something like that. And he was saying how she knew his grandparents. His grandparents not here anymore. She knew his grandparents, and the fact he can come over there anytime and get something to eat and all of that. That's family. You see what I'm saying? Anytime, the door's always welcome. Come on in, you know. But for a lot of us, that done went down the drain, shipped away, and never coming back. And on that note, bye y'all.